Alright, so we're gonna start off with our first bracket match. It's gonna be match 2 between Spyder, Palmo, Hardtack, Rizi, and we're gonna start off on Spring 09. So the map order is random. The player's gonna play 4 rounds per map with till 100 points, with the points repetition 10, 6, 4, 3, or the usual Trackmania Cup mode points between 4 players. So we will have a very nice that we'll have 2 Singaporean representatives, Palmo from Australia and Hardtack from Korea. So we'll have a 4-play 1v1. And this is theoretically the most stacked match between all of the round 1 matches. So let's just spectate on what will be happening. So we already see that Spyder has a nice lead, a nice duel between him and Palmo. Palmo having a bit of airtime, climbing out that Hardtack, trying to allows him to push. Meanwhile, Rizi trying to do nice and safely, but it's still not enough, so he maintains his 3rd position. Palmo just being just behind him, and looks like Spyder's gonna have a nice free 10-pointer starting off, and it will be with a nice gap. Oh, even now Rizi having a bit of unfortunate line, but it's still not enough. So Hardtack will take 6-pointers. So we're Spyder first, Hardtack second, Rizi third, Palmo fourth. And actually the time what Spyder took is a really nice rounds time, I'll be honest. 37.2 is fairly decent at rounds, I'll be honest. So yeah, Spyder now having a very nice lead in the match, having the first 10-point opener. So let's see how it will happen. Spyder again having a fairly nice lead, being quite a bit ahead. Hardtack is again trying to push over Palmo, being very close duel between him and the Korean. Yeah, Spyder's lead is quite big on his match, so this map quite favors him. So it looks like can Palmo snipe him, and looks like not even getting a bit more airtime if he even loses a bit, but still enough. So Hardtack secures another 2nd place with a +6 points. Note that Hardtack was the bottom seed, not being able to finish off 2 maps in the qualifier, and Palmo was around top 7, and it looks like it's not looking too favorable. But Spyder having already a very nice lead over the others, and being quite a bit ahead, and so that means, and actually the pace that he's doing in this map is very, very good, and it's very, I would say even the global tier, it's fairly good. So yeah, again Palmo having not one of the best starts on this map, again having Spyder being on first, Hardtack on second. Where's Rizi actually? So Rizi is quite a bit behind, having a bit of pressure on his shoulders as well. Being most of these players, this is one of their first events they had played, since usually this is actually the very first Asia or OCE regional in quite a bit of long while. So will be at least Rizi will be able to finish off. So again, Spyder takes off another 10-pointer. Hardtack stays another 2nd place, so it will secure position. And sadly, Rizi was not able to finish. And yeah, players have only 10 seconds to finish off a round. Otherwise, they don't get any points. But even if... Oh, Spyder. Well, mistakes are bound to happen, I guess. So now it looks like if Hardtack maintains a nice position, he could potentially get his first 10-pointer in this match. Actually, Palmo also trying to be fairly consistent, not having many early mistakes. But looks like he has a bit more exit speed than a Hardtack, so maybe he can actually snap with doing some proper speed slides. Maybe he can gain a bit more speed, but his exit speed is still way greater than Hardtack does. Usher trying to go for the bit safer approach, but Palmo tries to push from the middle. It looks like Hardtack is still gonna be able to secure his 1st position and securing his first 10-pointer in this round, followed by Palmo, who's very close to getting his first top 2 finish in this match. Rizi getting 3rd, and Spyder with his early mistake securing another 3-pointers. So after map 1, we have Spyder in the lead, followed by Hardtack, then Palmo. Palmo actually having quite a bit of mistakes, even though being the top 2 seed in this match, or the top 2 favorites being from this matchup. So bit underperforming, and but Hardtack is quite a bit overperforming. But so let's see. So all maps in this event are played from the campaign. This event is part of the Trackmania seasonal series. It's like a competition of events that are based off the campaign maps. So the prize pool in this event is 60 euros. Sorry, $60. The first place getting $30, second place getting 15, third place 10, and fourth place getting 5. It's a very nice incentive too for these players to at least try to prepare themselves for this event as well, being one of the first few players to win or getting a top 4 finish in their first regional, as well as being the top 4 players who could be potentially in for the entire series of these events. So yeah, anyway, focusing on the match. So after map 1, we have Spyder in the lead with 33 points, Hardtack second with 28, following by Palmals with 17, and Rizzy in fourth with 11. So the event is played in double elimination bracket. Even if the top 2 players don't make it through in this match, he'll still have a chance to even go to the top and maybe even win the whole event through the losers bracket. So in this round, Rizzy again not having one of the best starts, but looks like all of the other players having a fairly close start. Palma having a bit more exit speed. Looks like Hardtack having a very nice push. Spyder not having the best line, but Hardtack is now in the lead, followed by Palmo and Spyder. Rizzy being around 0.6 ahead, and looks like Palmo is starting to push or to reach Hardtack. Hardtack still maintaining his first position, having a fairly inconsistent wide line, but it looks like it will allow Palmo to overtake him. Now let's see who will do for the end. Looks like Palmo has a very nice inside line. Will he able to maintain it or not? Missed the end, and it was very close actually with his secure line on the outside, but he still managed to secure his first position and the 10-pointer over Hardtack, and it will be a first match, a round win for Palmo. Coming in at round 2. Hardtack not having the best of starts, having a bit of a messy, and as well getting the no slide. But looks like Rizzy as well did not have the best speed out of it. So it looks like another two-way battle between Spyder and Palmo. But Hardtack has a very nice space on this map, so he can potentially catch them up. So it looks like Spyder trying to catch the Australian. And looks like a fairly decent turn from Palmo that will allow him to secure his first place unless he misses up the finish. So that looks a bit shaky. We saw that his finish line was not the best, but he does actually push with the middle. That's actually fairly decent time, 42.6. And he secures another 10-pointer over Spyder. And I believe this will now... No, it was really close now. So Hardtack still maintains his second place at the moment, but Palmo getting those 2 extra wins on this map will allow him to catch it up to the top 2. Yeah, Hardtack tries to push us, Palmo touches and even does a respawn. That will cost him quite a bit. Looks like Rizzy as well had a pretty big mistake. So he's fairly behind. Now let's see at the top. Spyder is in the lead. Looks like Hardtack is not very... He looks very shaky on that one drift line, but let's see who will be in. Will Spyder be able to secure it? And looks like he will do, securing his 10-pointer, increasing a bit of the lead gap over Hardtack. Hardtack will get another 6 pointers, a bit increasing the small gap between him and Palmo for that second place. Again, Palmo is a bit in the lead over the others. Looks like Rizzy did not have one of the best approaches as Hardtack bit touches the grass, but still not enough. Looks like Palmo tries to go for the outside line. Gets a lot more exit speed. Now all the top 3 is fairly close. Only between 0.02 seconds between. Looks like Spyder has... Hardtack gets a bit more airtime. That will not allow him to lose. Oh, very risky line from Palmo there. But it's still not enough to catch up to Spyder. Spyder still maintains his lead. And where is Hardtack? Hardtack looks like he had a mistake. So let's look at the top. Palmo goes for the inside line. Will he be able to maintain it? No, actually Spyder managed to snipe him with the inside line. Palmo had a very shaky outside line, but it will enough for Spyder to take another 10-pointer from this map. And it was really, really close. Only 0.04 of a second gap between the top 2 players. So it was a very nice snipe from Spyder there. Okay, now we're gonna come up to Spring 11. We saw on this map, it's fairly easy to fail the start. Rest of the map is fairly simplistic, but I think the main part will be the map and who will have the riskier or who will push a bit to the end parts of the map. Looks like Palma is not looking that consistent on this map, hitting the very first turn, pole in the very first turn. Or do you see that some players are a bit clipping the side of the roads as well? Yeah, looks like Rizi is looking fairly okay on this map, so maybe this will be the place where Rizi could make a small comeback and possibly reducing the points gap on this map. But let's see. Alrighty, so first round on Spring 11. So the start is the most crucial part of this, and 2 bogs already. Just like I said, and looks like Hardtack, yeah, Rizi sadly a bit out of this round. As Palmo had the unfortunate start as well, but looking at the top 2 between Hardtack and Spyder. Spyder actually does a very good risky line at the start, and Hardtack has a minor touch as well. I think this was one of the maps where Hardtack was not able to finish that made him receive the 3-minute penalty. But yeah, it looks like this is going to be another free 10-pointer for Spyder in this match. And it's going to be Palmo securing second place. Even with the mistake early on, it was still enough because Hardtack and Rizi made some other mistakes. Looks like Rizi was not even able to finish. So yeah, Spyder is around only 4 rounds away from securing a victory in this match and moving on to the next stage as Hardtack touches and Rizi as well. And we again have just a 2-way battle on this map. Like I said, the start is the most crucial part on this map. So let's see who will be either Spyder or Palmo. Spyder tries to bit push from the inside. Oh no, he got a bit airtime. So looks like this will be a nice secure round for Palmo, unless he does make a mistake at the end. And let's see, actually a bit better line from Spyder. He will have a bit more exit speed, but the gap is sadly a bit too huge, so Palmo will take this 10-pointer on this map with a time at actually 32.4, which is fairly decent time, I'll be honest. And that will secure him a 10-pointer now going over Hardtack in the match ranking, now getting second place because Hardtack is like not looking the best on this map. Rizi trying to take a bit safer line at the start. At least all players finally make it this time around. So yeah, Hardtack doesn't have one of the best starts, but Spyder and Palmo have a bit faster ones. So let's see from this part who will be doing the push, because it's very easy to get airtime here. And yeah, a bit shaky lines, but all players make it. No, never mind. Spyder has a minor touch and Hardtack has a lot of exit speed that could potentially allow him to snipe. Hardtack has a very good exit speed line, so he will most likely maintain the 10-pointer here. And yes, he will. So he will get the top plus 10 points over Palmo, then Spyder, and then Rizi in 4th place. Actually, Rizi almost even sniping Spyder for that 10-pointer, for the 4-pointer. But sadly, that's not too decisive in this manner. So we have actually now Spyder with 83 points. Oh, looks like I think it was Spyder who touched it. Palmo as well touched as well as, and Rizi as well clipped. Like I said, the start of this map is the most crucial point. So now Hardtack has a relatively free 10-pointer. As long as he just plays it safe and it's free 10 points for him. Now that could allow him to overtake Palmo in the match rankings. And as Palmo even having a 2nd place. Yeah, Spyder doesn't have the best of rounds, and actually Rizi is at the moment in 3rd place. Allowing him to get at least another 4-pointer for him. But yeah, the match leader at the moment only finishing with 3 points due to the early mistake. I believe now we'll be moving on to 22. This is one of the most decisive maps in the entire campaign, I would say. It's one of the hardest maps to play in rounds, so I'm a bit expecting that we will see a lot of inconsistencies in the players' performances. But this can be also potentially the map where Spyder can finish off the match. He only needs to receive 14 points and then win another round, which is really doable at this state. So for those who don't know, cup mode works that there's a points limit of 100. Players playing rounds try to collect points. When players reach over the points limit, in this case 100, they enter the finalist status. When player has finalist status, he can't get any more points, but he can only finish off in first place to secure the victory in this match. But we will play till 2 winners, so we will play till 2 winners reach the finalist status and win a round till it. And the bottom 2 will move on to the lower bracket. It's one of the most traditional formats being used in Trackmania competitions for ages. And I believe this is one of the first few times when it's actually being utilized for an Asia or OS event. So anyway, we're gonna start off on Spring 22. The Dirt Ice Hybrid map. I'm actually fairly interested in seeing how will they play. Because in qualifiers, the times were relatively close. Maybe not as close as... Well, close for this type of map, I would say. Because just few ways how you execute some of the turns already lead massive gaps time-wise as well. Like, just after one turn, Spyder already has a pretty big lead. And there's a mid-tier pack as Palmol gets swooshed around the dirt bank, and he has to respawn, and that will give, I believe, Hardtack. Yeah, Hardtack is at the moment in second place, but it's not still set in stone because the end is not that easy to do in rounds. I will say it like that. So yeah, Spyder, even though having 1 second advantage, it might seem pretty safe for most maps, but on this map, still anything can still happen. And let's see how Hardtack... Even the gap has increased over to 2 seconds, so Spyder is a bit pushing. And it looks like a very nice executed turn from Spyder, so this will be a free 10-pointer for him. And yeah, Hardtack second, and it's gonna be Palmol third. And will Rizzy be able to finish? No, sadly, he was really, really close. But yeah, Spyder setting a 56.5, which is a pretty okay round time, I would say, on this map. I was not too sure what was the world record, but I know that it was from Moda. So yeah, after the first few turns, Hardtack is leading, following by Spyder, then Palmol, and then Rizzy at the back. Pretty close fight between Palmol and Spyder. Let's see how this goes. Oh, very risky line there by Hardtack, but sadly he does not manage to get enough exit speed. On this map, this part especially, the more exit speed you get from that turn is very important since you maintain it basically throughout the entire map. So yeah, Hardtack not having the best of exit speed parts there, that will allow other players to pass on except for Rizzy. Yeah, Palmol at the moment in the lead. Actually, Hardtack is in second, so looks like Spyder made a small mistake. So let's see who will do it at the end. Palmol's trying to... Oh no, bit of an oversteer from Hardtack, but he still has a bit more speed, but it will not be enough, so Palmol will take the 10-pointer on this round. Hardtack second. And it looks like Spyder's gonna be... I don't think he will be able to finish. So we'll have only 2 finishers this time around, which is a bit unexpected in this maps. And Spyder just needed to finish, and he would have entered finalist. So, bit unfortunate for him. But yeah, the mistakes are fairly costly, and it can happen. Meanwhile, Palmol and Hardtack are on tied points. They only need both 12 points to reach the finalists themselves. Looks like Hardtack is a nice space to do so. Actually, Rizzy is now in second place, but looks like he doesn't have the best exit speed out of the dirt turn. Yeah, Hardtack still maintaining a lead, but looks like Spyder is pushing, even lowering the gap, overtaking Rizzy and lowering the gap between them. Hardtack, he has way more exit speed, so let's see if he will be able to overtake him here. At this checkpoint, it's basically even. It looks like Hardtack does a small oversteer, but he goes for the inside line, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. So let's check out on this part from Hardtack's POV. Who will be the ones? Oh no! Oh, that was a very risky line from Hardtack, but looks like Spyder is very shaky as well. And no, Hardtack takes the pole to the face, and Spyder's gonna take the 10-pointer. Actually, Palmol's gonna get second, Rizzy's gonna get third, and Hardtack, yes, he will be able to finish. But yeah, now Spyder is entering finalist, so he needs to win the round, and now Palmol needs to get at least top 2 and he will enter finalist himself. Hardtack, if he wins this round, he will enter finalist as well. But yeah, let's see what can happen. Rizi has a bit of a long way to go, sadly. So after this XP, it looks like Palmo has just a tiny bit more speed than Spyder does. It's basically equal. At the back we have this Rizi, is a bit more steering at the dirt part, while Hardtack tries to at least maintain it and try to push it for the second place. Hardtack needs to win this round, and yeah, looks like getting that bump won't help him. So anyway, on the top two, if Spyder wins this round, he will secure his position and move on to the next round. Let's see if he will do it. Both players are a bit oversteering, but actually Palmo has a bit more speed, but it's a bonk from Paul, and it'll be Spyder securing the win, and he'll be the first player to move on to the next stage. And since Rizi actually snipes second place, Palmo won't be able to get second place, so Palmo won't be able to enter the finalist. So now, if Hardtack gets top 2, he will be entering the finalist status, which is, I think that we will see happening here. So yeah, Palmo just needs to finish this round, and he will also be entering finalist. And it's gonna be either Palmo or Hardtack who will move on to the next stage. So it's between the Australian or the Korean. Or maybe even Rizi could make a massive comeback and surprise us. And pull a massive, like... I don't know how you can, like... If it would be an upset or, like... biggest, I don't know, reverse comeback or whatever if Rizi makes it. But I think odds for that are fairly low. So we will just focus on Palmo on Hardtack for this duel. So yeah, if Palmo just needs to finish this round, the first round, and Hardtack needs at least top 2, and they will enter finalist. And top 2 of this match will move on to the next stage. But thankfully, since it's double elimination bracket, the bottom 2 players will move on to the lower bracket, so they won't at least get eliminated from the event. And still they have a chance to make a comeback through the losers bracket and potentially even win the event through it. So it's they're not fully out of the event. So yeah, anyways, next map is gonna be Spring 19. I'll be honest, I would have no idea how would you describe this map as a map style. Let's just say it's not Diotech. But yeah, anyway, starting off first round, a pretty important round for Palmo on Hardtack. Hardtack just needs to finish top 2. Palmo just needs to finish in general. And then we might see a double finalist situation. So the top 2 players will move on. Spyder is already through. So it will be between Palmo and Hardtack. Maybe even Rizi can snipe him and make this match even a bit more interesting. But at the start, we already see that Hardtack and Palmo are in 1-2 positions. Actually, Hardtack having a bit more exit speed than Palmo in this turn. That's a very shaky drift. But both players having the same. And actually, Palmo clips the pole. And actually, Hardtack as well. Now we have Rizi in first place. Now that's something we did not expect. So maybe the chance can happen here. But yeah, Palmo is a bit pushing. He's reducing the gap between him and Rizi quite a bit. But yeah, Rizi actually can secure his first 10-pointer in the match. If he can make it, then it's gonna be really close. And yes, Rizi is gonna actually take the first 10-pointer for him. And Hardtack, again, denied the finalist status a bit. Yeah, that's something we did not expect. I believe this kind of outcome from this round the odds were fairly low. But it did happen. So yeah, now we have Palmo in finalist, and Hardtack needs to deny Palmo. Otherwise, Hardtack will be moving on to the bottom, to the loser bracket. And it's going to be vice versa, and Palmo just needs to take this one so he can move himself up to it as well, together with Spyder. So yeah, again, close round again. Looks like Hardtack has a bit more exit speed. But we saw that both players had some mistakes here. Oh, it's fairly even, small releases, and Hardtack has very shaky lines. Palmo does a very nice push through it. Let's see if he'll be able to make it. Rizi is still quite far at the back. Hardtack trying to push it, but the gap is still fairly big. It's around 1 second, but at this end anything can happen. One small mistake, one small gear down, one small mistake. He actually goes for the inside line, so he won't have that much speed. Oh, that's a very weird line combination. I'll be honest, I have never seen anyone take it. And let's see at the end, it looks like Palmal clips, and it will be, oh no, Hardtack did manage to push it. He reduced the gap to only 0.3, but it was not enough, and Palmal did manage to take the second place. So, GG. So yeah, Spyder and Palmal managing to go through from this match to the next stage. So now, in around 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, we'll have a second round. We'll have the losers, round 1, where the bottom 2 players from all of the matches that were played out from the round 1 will be playing to have a chance to continue on the event, where the bottom players will get eliminated. As well, we will have the round 2, where the top 2 players will move on to the bracket further. So we'll have a small break, and we'll be right back with the round 2 in just a few minutes.